Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Shalona McFarland here in the Philippines. And today I thought I would discuss SAMe. So, SAMe is a supplement. It's adenyl methyl sulfate, something like that. That's why we call it SAMe, because it's much easier to say. And this is the one that I use. This is the brand, Doctor's Best, and it's 400 milligrams, but that is, I believe it's 2 pills make up that. No, maybe it says one. At any rate, this is 1 pill a day, and you get the full amount of SAMe you need generally. Sometimes people need a little extra. Now, why would you want SAMe? For anybody suffering with mental illness, with depression, with just being down all the time, fatigued, like just feeling like, SAMe is a great supplement to lift your spirits, to bring you back to sanity, and to balance out your hormones. So, with SAMe, this one in particular, I have used it with one of my kids. He came home one day and had decided that he would say something not so good, like, "Hi, Carolyn," like, "I'm going to kill myself." And that is a sign of depression. And I knew he was being bullied at school, and it wasn't under control yet. And so I knew that that was definitely a strong possibility. Now, he came home and denied the whole thing and said I was just kidding. And it's like, yeah, we don't kid about that. But I had noticed he'd been different anyway. And so I immediately put him on SAMe. And within a week, I had my kid back. I mean, he was bright and vibrant and happy, and he was back to being himself again. And he was just one of the cases. I've had multiple people come in, and I've put them on SAMe, and they're like, wow, that is life altering. I've had men in particular really respond great to SAMe. They it helps the hormonal balance immensely in men. It does in women as well, but it really, really helps men. So I've had guys come in before that are like, man, I'm depressed. I don't know what to do. I'm so like, I just don't care. And I put them on SAMe, and they come back the next week and they're like, that saved my life. That is amazing stuff. It's just a simple supplement. And, I've said it many times before, and I'll say it many times again. People generally don't have a drug deficiency. They might have a supplement deficiency. They might need to get adjusted and get some feel-good hormones going back into their body, but they don't have a drug deficiency. Drugs are just toxic band-aids. They cover up the symptom so you don't know you're having it. And all of the antidepressant drugs on the market were never intended for long-term use. They were supposed to be used for 6 to 8 weeks to get your body balanced back out so that you could function again. And I've got patients, sorry, the sun is really weird this morning. Better? Maybe. I've got patients who have been on them for decades, and you can only imagine what that's doing to their liver and their kidneys, and that's not any better. Sorry, guys. How about I move out here? Maybe? I don't know. My lighting's bad this morning. So, at any rate, I'll come down here. Maybe that's better. Now I'm in the dark. How about that chair? Better? Sort of. Okay. So, there are alternatives to those toxic band-aids. And You know, there's tons of studies out on chiropractic and how effective it is at helping depression, anxiety, all of those kind of things. There's um, there are a lot of supplements. SAM-E is just one, but it's a really good one. It's very, very effective. Valerian root helps. Sometimes that depression and anxiety is coming because you're not getting proper sleep. Valerian root helps with sleep. It's also a natural anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, and pain reliever. A lot of people get depressed when they're in pain. So, and the natural ones, the wonderful thing about them is they actually help the body cope with the problem, not just cover it up. Okay? So, if any of you utilize aspirin, well, the original thing came from white willow bark. If you actually get white willow bark, it can help with pain, discomfort, headaches without destroying everything from your mouth to your anus, because that's the track that aspirin goes down, and it will eat holes in all of that, especially if you're taking it every day. And there are so many people that do that unnecessarily. So hopefully that gives you something to think about today. I guess I really should have titled this one Depression and Anxiety, because that's really what it's about. But that will give you something to think about as far as a good supplement to take for depression and anxiety. SAM-E. Everybody can take it. I've taken it for years. I love this supplement. It's just a really good supplement. And I don't know that you have to take it with anything else. I always do. I always take my supplements together. And just remember, some of your supplements are fat. They need fat. So I take my supplements with a shot of olive oil and water, so that the fat soluble supplements I take are taken care of, and the water soluble supplements I take are taken care of. It's all in there for them already. So, and I take all of mine at once. That's basically my breakfast. So if it says take with a meal, then take it with a meal. I just don't, because I'm lazy, and I've done it that way for years. So and it's never bothered me. I've never had any problems with it. It's not like I'm pooping out big chunks of supplements. I get really good, high quality supplements. I know they dissolve, and I know they go where they belong. Alrighty, guys. Hope that gives you something to think about today. That's another 8 minutes. So God bless. Happy February. I will see you next week.